The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Happiness depends upon ourselves. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. The worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things equal. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living from the dead. Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. A friend to all is a friend to none. Wise men speak when they have something to say. Fools speak because they have to say something. No great mind has ever existed without a touch of madness. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. The ultimate value of life depends upon awareness and the power of contemplation rather than upon mere survival. The soul never thinks without a picture. The one exclusive sign of thorough knowledge is the power of teaching. Pleasure in the job makes perfection in the work. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. To avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. The more one knows, the more one knows one doesn't know. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. The virtue of justice consists in moderation, as regulated by wisdom. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. Excellence is an art won by training and habituation. Those who know do, those that understand teach. It is not enough to win a war. It is more important to organize the peace. The whole is more than the sum of its parts. The greatest virtues are those which are most useful to other persons. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Sex is a natural appetite necessary for the continuation of the human species. The desire for sex is a natural instinct inherent in all living beings. Sexual pleasure, when properly regulated, contributes to human happiness and well-being. The virtue of temperance involves moderation and self-control, even in matters of sexual desire. Sexual relationships should be based on mutual respect, trust, and consent. The pursuit of sexual pleasure should be guided by reason and not solely driven by passion. Sexual desire should be governed by the principles of moderation and virtue. Sexual activity should be engaged in within the bounds of a stable and committed relationship. Sexual relationships should not infringe upon the rights or dignity of others.